Guys, we put out some polls earlier this week. Actually, I think it was last week. The Ramblies. Time for our year-end awards. Everybody's doing them, so I was like, hey, why don't we put some out and let the Ramblers vote on them? Sonny, I know you shared them some places. Jonathan, you shared them. Tommy. And we got a culmination of votes from the fans. And we always say this is a show for the fans, by the fans. So I don't think there's any sense in beating around the bush. We might as well go ahead and get started. That being said, first up this week is who was the best female face in 2020? Tommy, I'm going to let you take a stab at this. Who do you think was the best female face in 2020? I want to see if you line up with the Ramblers.
Okay, I will have to say people probably picked Sasha Banks on this one.
Well, that just shows that you don't know nothing about the people, because the people picked Rhea Ripley on this one, my friend.
Whoa. That shocked me.
Hey, I mean, we're going to go through these kind of fast because we got to talk pros, we got to talk cons, we got to talk weekly three. We got a lot to get to today. I'm going to keep it moving, Tommy. You're wrong. I wish I was keeping a tally here. Then I could tell you how many you got wrong at the end of the segment here.
Well,
let's go ahead and move on to female. Who was the best female heel in 2020? John, I'm going to pass this one to you, my friend. Who do you think got voted as the best female heel in 2020?
Well, if anybody else gets it, I have to say that it might be crazy because it's got to be Nia Jax.
Well, they didn't agree with you. They picked Bayley as the best heel. And myself, I was surprised because I thought it was going to be Britt Baker.
Yeah, I did too.
There's some of these I'm surprised of what the fans picked. And I'm like, wow, well, that's surprising.
With Nia Jax, she's the most cringy performer on the roster. I was sure that people were going to pick that one.
But is it good heat or go home heat? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, she broke everybody's fingers so they couldn't vote.
That's what it was. All right, let's go ahead and keep it moving. We'll go over to the male side of things. Sonny, this is your question. Who do you think the Ramblers voted for? Who was the best male face in 2020?
I'm going to go with Moxley here.
Moxley's a good pick, but once again, the Ramblers aren't with us, guys.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
What?
Moxley coming second. Drew McIntyre won 40%, so he won pretty convincingly.
Wow.
Yeah, I was surprised too. This is not a good way to start out the new year with a new cast. We're putting out these our picks, and we've all been wrong so far.
Sounds like our
That's terrible.
softball team.
So if you guys want to tune in to watch a show that people have no idea what the hell they're talking about, come watch the Royal Ramble.
There we go.
I'm going to skip myself, obviously, because, I got the answers right here in front of me. So that wouldn't necessarily be fair. I'll go back to you, Tommy. Who do you think was the best male heel in 2020?
Chris Jericho.
Really? I love Jericho, but that's
I love Jericho too. But yeah, I think he's probably the best. It's either between him or Fiend, but I think people would pick Jericho because, yeah.
Well, I think you're a stupid idiot, to be honest with you. Put that on your list. MJF's the winner, old bud.
Wow.
What do you mean? Well, how can you go against that? I voted for MJF. John, did you vote for MJF?
Absolutely. MJF it was for me too.
Sonny, who'd you vote for?
100% MJF.
That's got to be MJF, Tommy. Come on, bro.
Wow.
He
I
won,
mean, Tommy, the guy just took out a kid who just lost his father.
right?
Yeah.
That's when you know you're invested in your gimmick and you're
Absolutely.
All right, you got a point. Yeah.
Orton come in second, so it wasn't the Fiend or who was the first one you said, Tommy?
Jericho.
Yeah, Jericho. Jericho's not really doing the. I mean, he's doing the thing, but he's kind of in the business of putting everybody else over right now.
Yeah.
Unless he's on commentary, then he wants everybody on this side of the Mississippi to hear him. Anyway, Tommy, I love you, but you're wrong again. Let's move on to tag teams. John, I'm going to pass this one to you. Who do you think the Ramblers picked for who was the best tag team in 2020?
I think the Ramblers went with the right pick here, and it's going to be FTR.
I'll tell you what, even a blind squirrel finds a nut every now and again.
Whoa.
That's
They
a
got
good
it.
pick.
Smartest
That's who I
pick out
picked.
there. FTR.
Sonny, do you agree with that? Is that what you voted also?
No, I went the North for sure.
Of course you did.
Yeah,
I did.
We'll get
she's
to that
loyal
kind of
to the
nonsense.
North.
Absolutely.
Tommy, what about you? Did you vote for them?
I did actually vote for them. Yes, I did.
Good, good.
Good man.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's see. 27% of the votes won that for FTR, and second place was Omega and Hangman. So the South wasn't even nowhere near. I mean, the North, the East. that one tag team.
In all fairness, in my polls that I did up in Canada, they ranked pretty high.
Well, that's because you guys are confused up there. That's all that is.
No, we're loyal. We're loyal.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on, Sonny. This one I'm gonna pass to you. I think is it Sonny's turn? Yeah, it's Sonny's turn.
Yes.
Who was the most underrated in 2020?
I'll go with
the
Orange
Ramblers.
Cassidy here.
Orange Cassidy. Well, we've had one right out of this whole time. The answer is the little mini man, John Silver.
What?
I know, right? I was upset too.
John freaking Silver?
I've tried to like
It's
this
all
guy,
that-
but it's not the same. I mean, this guy is just, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. It's his look. He looks like an overgrown midget. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
People can hate on me if they want, or a little person, whatever the proper terminology is for it these days. And yeah, his arms are huge, and he could probably kick my ass. But he just looks weird. It's not proportioned right.
But John, how could he leave? How could they leave off and not vote the right person in there? And it's got to be the hashtag Spanish God Sammy Guevara, one of the best things on AEW every week. I don't know what's wrong with people.
Well, I think Sammy lost a lot of favor earlier last year when that whole Me Too thing was going on. And what was it he said that was insensitive there years ago on a podcast to somebody? I can't even remember what it was.
It's something
Yeah.
about Sasha
You wanted-
Banks.
Yeah, he wanted to rape Sasha Banks at the performance
Yeah.
center.
Yeah, that's what it was. And he was a heel trying to get over. I mean, that's the good thing about the wrestling business. You can always be like, oh, I was just being a heel. I was just being a bad guy. But he went to sensitive training. He's okay now, right, John?
Yeah, it's all right. He's back in action. He's feeling better now.
All right, we're going to move on. Keith Lee come in second place on that one, which is not a surprise. Guy's got skills. Now we're going to go to most overrated. Tommy, we're going to come back to you for this one, my dude.
Overrated. It has to be Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns, that's who won. But
Wow.
but I'm going to say this, and I don't know if you guys share my sentiments or not, but I'm so freaking tired of the Roman Reigns hate. So tired of it.
Why, it's so easy.
But he's the best thing going on SmackDown right now. Head of the table, come on, man.
He's the only thing going on SmackDown right now that's worth it.
Hey, there you go. Tommy. I can't even remember who I voted for. Roman Reigns won with 32%. Seth Rollins was in second place. And Seth is a tricky one for me because I haven't liked his work since he left the Authority a couple years ago. I love Seth Rollins, but it seems like he's just had a bunch of horse shit to deal with.
Yeah, he went
creative-wise.
downhill. It's went downhill a lot with him.
I'm going to pass this one on to you, John. Worst weekly show of 2020.
There cannot be any debate on this one. It's Monday Night Raw.
It is definitely Monday Night Raw.
Enough said.
Oh
How could it
Lord.
not be Monday Night Raw? I mean,
It's the biggest pile of shit on TV for wrestling right now.
Yeah.
it won with the biggest margin out of all the polls, with 60% of the votes.
Wow, good.
Second place was Impact with only 12% of the votes. So.
Boo.
Best show, and no, Sonny, I doubt it's Impact. What was the best weekly show in 2020?
All elite.
All Elite Wrestling. You are correct. That is right.
See, that was a tough one because the last two are I'd say to be neck and neck.
NXT come in second place. Is that what you was thinking, Tommy? Is that your number
Yes.
two?
Yes.
50% of the votes went to AEW. 25% went to NXT. And I'm not against NXT by no stretch of the imagination, but the guys I had on the show in the past, they couldn't seem to understand, or maybe they understood, they just didn't care. But I only got so much time in a week. I can only fit so much wrestling into my arsenal. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And NXT is just a real watered down version of what they used to do. They've gone away from what really got them to the dance with NXT. So that's my opinion, at least, on it.
Fair
And
enough.
it's repetitive.
Yeah.
We got to go to the chat real quick. My buddy Lyndon, he's upset. Wait, why did we leave off New Japan Wrestling? Did New Japan have a weekly television show in 2020?
No, it got
No.
cut off right before the pandemic.
That's what I thought. Pay attention, Lyndon.
I hadn't got the film for him in a year, so yeah.
Now, I will say this. In some of these polls, I did get a little backlash because certain wrestlers or certain shows or events wasn't on the polls, but only had so much room. And some of them's got some honorable mentions, but they didn't win, obviously. So, sorry. We'll go ahead and move on since I went ahead and talked a little shit to Lyndon. We'll go on to Best Feud. Who we on? Tommy, we back on you?
Yeah.
Best Feud of 2020.
See, this is a tough one for me. But I would have to say maybe Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton.
Okay. You're wrong. It's
Wow.
Adam Cole and Pat
That would
McAfee.
have been my second one. That was my second one.
You're just talking shit about NXT. What do you mean, Tommy?
I was not. What the what? Come on.
Sonny, Jonathan, us West Virginia boys, we have a tie with Pat McAfee. I don't know if you guys knew this or not. He played college football at West Virginia University. So,
Yes.
So we've known about old crazy ass Pat for many years.
That's right.
Let's get Pat on the show here and let Pat come on the Ramble.
I've actually talked to him before about doing stuff. This was back before he blew up, though, so he may tell me to kick rocks now. I don't know. We try, though. Is that what you picked, Sonny? Or did you have a different pick on that one?
I was the lone wolf here, I think, and went with Callahan versus Edwards.
Okay.
I like the viciousness of that feud, and they really work well together, and I can't complain about it at all.
What I loved so much about the McAfee and Adam Cole feud is what I love about wrestling. When they sprinkle in a little bit of realism with it, like when Adam Cole went on Pat McAfee's podcast and they had that big uproar. Hell, me as a smart fan, I was like, wait a minute, is that a shoot? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And whenever they can do that to me, I consider that a win in my book. I love getting swerved. Absolutely love it. Work the hell out of me, please.
Mm-hmm.
Another feud that really got underlooked for everybody too, I think, was Bayley and Sasha. They were a real bright spot on WWE programming this year, and I think they had a tremendous feud, and I think it's still going to be going on in the WrestleMania months, starting back up again soon.
The Ramblers agreed with you, man. That was number 2. They got 30% of the votes. Adam Cole and McAfee got 39% of the votes.
All right.
So
That's
the only thing, my only problem with the Sasha Banks Bailey feud, personally, is they second guessed herself pulling the trigger on that so many times. It kind of soured me. I'm like, oh, is she gonna turn? No, she ain't gonna. Oh, she finally turned. I don't care anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
too long.
But that being said, let's go ahead and keep it moving, guys. Let's go to match of the year. I was surprised that my pick did not win this. I was upset. I don't even know who I'm on anymore. Sonny, is it your turn?
I think so.
If not, we'll go ahead and let you go anyway.
Alrighty. Ooh, I'm gonna go with Inner Circle versus the Elite.
See, that's what I was thinking. That was my pick as well. I mean, the first time I watched the match, I was like, this is the stupidest damn thing I've ever seen in my life. But then I watched it again, and I was like, okay. I watched it a third, fourth time. And I really enjoyed it. I mean, there was just so much going on in that match, and it was kind of a one-of-a-kind, standalone idea. Notice the Mimosa match is not on here. I fucking hated that shit. All right, well, Sonny's wrong and I'm wrong. Tommy, I'm going to let you take a stab at it. What do you think is the winner?
Omega Moxley.
No, that was second place with 23% of the votes.
So that was my pick.
What about you, John?
I would have picked Omega Moxley, but if it's not any of those, I gotta say it's probably Jimmy Uso and Roman Reigns.
Now, I'm just wondering if you guys are doing this on purpose so you guys don't have to pronounce this guy's name or what?
Ilya Dragunov.
That's the one. Thank you.
Really?
That won. It won with 23% of the votes. 38%. I'm sorry, I lied to you. 38% of the votes.
I didn't even
I've never
watch
seen
it.
that. It was a really good match.
I had never seen that match until Eli Brazil. He's the one that did all these graphics for us here tonight. I never seen the match until he brought it up to my attention, and it's a pretty good match. I mean, it's hard hitting. Only thing missing was throw William Regal in there for a triple threat match.
Well, I got to check it out now, especially if Eli recommends it. No doubt about it. I'll definitely check it out because he's got a good wrestling mind.
Absolutely.
We got a few more left here, guys. Let's go ahead and keep it moving. Next up on the docket, Tommy, what was the best event in 2020?
Royal Rumble.
Sonny, do you agree?
No.
Okay.
I'm going to say winter is coming.
Winter is coming. I'll tell you what I marked out for winter is coming when Sting came out and it was snowing. And
Yeah, me too.
Only thing missing was Jon Snow. What about you, John? Did you pick either of those, or do you got a different pick?
I picked Winter is Coming as well, but if it's not that one, I could probably see it being Revolution. They had a really great card for Revolution, but Winter is Coming, I think.
I was surprised. The one that I voted for won. Royal Rumble.
Wow.
2021. Second place was NXT War Games.
Really?
I'll tell you, our fans are weird, guys. You got to hold on for the ride. They don't. They surprise you.
Yay, Tommy.
He got one right. We got to give Tommy some credit here.
Yeah,
he got it right.
Yep.
I was wondering if he's going to get in there or not, but he surprised us.
It was
What's that old
only one with
expression,
fans.
The sun shines on a frog's ass every once in a while, right?
Well, that's exactly right.
Hey, this rooster can peck corn if he had to.
All right.
All right, John, this one's for you. Who was the biggest breakout star in 2020?
My pick has to go for this one. I got to go with Thunder Rosa. I thought she did a tremendous job marketing herself all throughout the year to the different companies and really just getting better at her craft week after week. I got to go with Thunder Rosa.
Okay. I respect that. Don't agree with you, but I respect that. Sonny, who did you pick?
I went with Darby. I'm a sucker for Darby Allin.
I got some takes on Mr. Darby Allin I'll share later on in the show. Tommy Thomason, what about you, old buddy? What'd you pick?
I was going to say Darby just cause he flew over my head in Orlando one time. Yeah.
There you go. I met Darby Allen. We're going to start that again this season.
That's right.
Well, all of you's wrong. The one I voted for actually won. It surprised me. Orange Cassidy gets the win, which
I agree with
it's
it.
deserving. Everybody on that poster, I felt like, made an impact.
Even Otis.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, Tucky baby. I love
like Otis. I'm like a big Otis fan. I like Otis.
All right, and the last one, Sonny, is for you. What was the biggest surprise in 2020?
No shocker here. Going with my fellow Canadian, Edge.
Tommy, do you agree?
Yes.
John, do you agree?
I got to go with Sting.
It's Sting. Well, it's Edge. Edge is the winner.
Yay!
That's also what I voted for. Second place was Black Wednesday. I was so glad that everybody didn't jump on the wrestling with no crowds vote, because that was an easy vote, because nobody's seen that coming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's 2021, and I still can't wrap my head around Sting being back in wrestling. This is great. I feel like a kid again.
We knew it was going to happen.
There's the Ramblies. Congratulations. Get your shirt on the way out, and yada, 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 yada.
We get shirts?
No, not you, Tommy. Edge and all them other fellers that won awards.
Doggone it.